Hi, John Rice, Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, coming to you with an update. And we're doing this with a special online way. So I'm actually coming to you through a product called Zoom. Many of you are familiar with that. This is a product that we're actually using right now to help host meetings with either groups, some of our networking groups and things like that, but also with individual clients. So if it's of interest to you, we of course connect that way. But I'm going to do it this way because I want to share with you my screen and kind of give you a little bit of an update of what's going on out there in today's marketplace. Um, so first off, what does Pulse stand for? So I call this the Pulse Edition, right? And it's positive, upbeat, leading edge, share-worthy, and engaging. That's the whole idea of this content. So let's dig in. Number one, real estate for Michigan in particular is on pause. Nationwide, it's got still some ability to proceed. But in Michigan, the governor has come out and deemed real estate agents as just simply not necessary. She deems realtors, based on our profession, as not an integral part of the whole process of buying and selling a home. And so as a result, we're being asked to stay home. So it's kind of put real estate on pause. That said, let's kind of break this down a little bit more. Pre-marketing, where does that stand? Well, you can still prepare your home. There's no question. Can you go through and clean out the cobwebs and get things ready? Absolutely you can. That now is an excellent time to do that. But can we meet face to face and do a walkthrough? No, that's not going to happen. But we can definitely do it virtually. The for sale part, now this, for a lot of people, it's almost best to just put things on pause until the world kind of gets back to normal or whatever the new normal is going to be. The large part being real estate agents and buyers are not allowed to come to the house right now. So if we listed it today and said, let's have people come through tomorrow, they can't come through. And as a seller, the number one thing you want to do is have people come through your house. So because you want as many people as possible to create that line. You want a line of people out your door interested in your home. We can't do that right now. So largely that's on pause. But what about the under contract? Those that you see called pending when you look online, those contracts are still continuing towards close. Those are still allowed to go from where they are. Maybe they went under contract a couple of weeks ago and maybe they're going to close in the next 30 or 45 days. Those are still on track and still allowed to close because title services are deemed essential, appraisers are deemed essential. So those in process are still moving forward. And then lastly, the sold part. So yes, you can still go sign and many title companies actually do that part of the transaction. But when it comes to possession, you're going to have to take a look at how that would be handled. Now, as we put new things under contract, we have special addendums due to this whole COVID-19 thing. But there's been a mandate out there that talks about possession, and that's going to come into play in the transaction as well. It's too nitty-gritty to get into details. Just know that there's definitely things can still progress towards sold, but when it comes to possession, possessions after close, that might come into play a little bit if the property's not vacant. Okay, so let's talk about economic impact of selling a home, something positive. So as we do get ramped up, we're looking towards a little bit of a pause in the spring market. But as we launch into our late spring, early summer market, what can we expect to see? Well, I wanted to throw some shares out to you, some information out to you and share a little bit with you. But essentially, nationwide, and this is brought to us by NAR, National Association of Realtors, put this information together, but $84,724 is the average economic impact of one home sale in the U.S. That's incredible. So income generated to the real estate industries, that's about 23, almost 24,000. Expenditures related to the home purchase, that's about 5%, about 4,200. Multiple of housing related expenditures. So that's, now you're moving, now you're packing up, now you're maybe buying new furniture, things like that. So that's 13,000. And then we've got some new home information as well. And I have to move my little screen here so I can see new home construction. Think about it, with a new home, you might be having additional expenditures too. You got to put in a yard, put a sprinkler system, maybe add a driveway depending on your builder, AC, all sorts of additional things that may come into play. But by and large, there's a huge economic impact. So what can we do as a team to kind of continue to rally the U.S. and Michigan? Continue on your plans to think about, hey, we're going to get that new house. You've got another, 14 days in your home here if everything gets lifted April 14th or April 13th. I guess that's debatable. But anyways, so think about it. If you're thinking, hey, this is not a place where I want to always be in a situation like this, maybe now's a great time to kind of get the house prepped and ready for sale. And what a tremendous positive economic impact your house sale is going to have on Michigan and then also on the nation. So what else can you be doing this time of year? Things that you can do to kind of get your house ready. One of the things that I do is I'll often partner with an estate planning firm or financial firm and put together a presentation on how can someone kind of downsize the things around them, maybe get rid of some stuff. A lot of times it's people who are just saying, hey, I'm at a point in life where I just don't want as much stuff around me anymore. How could I get rid of some of this? And this is a slide from one of there that I updated to kind of share with you. But essentially, if you've got special things in your home that you're happy with, but don't necessarily want to keep, maybe you love the fact that it brings a certain memory. Maybe it's a favorite teddy bear. Maybe like in this picture here, it's an old train set. Maybe it's a karate trophy from your kid's second grade, and now they moved out of the house, and you don't really need that karate trophy, and you told her for 10 years to come get it, and they still have yet to come get it. Maybe now it's time to let that trophy go, but take a picture of it. It's a phenomenal way to record the memory. So, and scientists have actually gone in, and I read this on several different blog posts and several different scientific journals that are out there that have done some phenomenal studies. But they've actually proven that when you take a photo of the object, it's just as powerful to you as a person, to your mind, to say, oh yes, I remember, Grandpa's hat that, something happened to it, or maybe you're not able to keep it anymore, or the like we talked about, the trophy, things that that you want to move on from, that if you are going to downsize or have a different floor plan, maybe you don't want to keep them anymore. Taking a picture and doing that kind of stuff right now, that is a great way to plan for your future and help yourself out, help everybody out. As I mentioned in our last session on Michigan Real Estate Hub, you can get to it through johnricerealtor.com or just go on to michiganrealestatehub.com. I put together a fun, what I call stay-at-home homes, homes that you might just wouldn't mind staying a couple of months in if you had to. These are homes that are put together that have waterfront and pools and a large yard, and a lot of them have very interesting interiors that make them very unique. But it's a special curated collection you can go on there and check out. And they do update as new listings come on. We add them in there that fit that criteria. So go on there, check them out, have fun with it. And really, honestly, I'm here to answer questions. I'm here to be your agent. I love what I do. So reach out over the phone, call, text, email, and of course, from there, if you want to do something like this virtually, be happy to meet with you to do that. So, hey, enjoy. I'm John Rice, Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. I'm glad you could join me for this online Pulse edition, and make it a great day.